Anyway, let's see, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's 15 minutes before the net. So I'll keep working on the ladies today. We'll have breakfast here. Get on late. So we'll keep you posted. And one thing that happened, well, I guess you saw my email, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I saw the email, and I'm just thinking perhaps just right down through, and you have two of the arrays just to see whether or not they're basically connected to the same or not, and where the difference was. Maybe you'll find one of the wires is reversed or something.
Yeah, well, the new array, four-type array, is not going to be reversible. It has to be perfect because there's no issue with toroid, primary, secondary reversal or something like that, which is probably what's happening with the old array. The one that's sitting up there on the post. The new one I have to get connected up to the elements, so when I do that, that will be a more reliable test. I'll make sure that everything's working right. I'll work on that today. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But the Soren's program is working beautifully. KS6YUH. It's display program is marvelous. Great contribution, KS6TV.
Good, and I'm also assuming that the access point mode on the Raspberry Pi, if you tried that, I'm assuming that would be serving that display program out as a web page to a connected device. Is that something that you tested as well?
Say that again, I didn't quite understand.
Yes, now on the mobile device, the standalone device, the Pi Zero, but potentially the Pi 3B as well, but the Pi Zero access and access point serves a source web page to a nearby device like a telephone or tablet. Has that also been tested recently, or are you just concentrating on the network solution at this point?
Yes, I've been testing that one. It does work. I'm running the Pi Zero here, and the Pi 3B, and the program, the latest SD card from Soren, it works with the 3B over until the 02W. I'm just going back and forth between the two. In fact, when I get the second array working, I'm going to run the two arrays in parallel, and two Pi's and 02W and 3B KR16.
Very good. One question, how is the performance on the 02W, when it's running the application? Does that have enough power? Does it have enough bandwidth to run your application smoothly as you expect?
When I tried a month ago on warm-up camera last night, it was really low speed. Slow down the processor, and I'm going to start putting this in the slow mode because it doesn't really a lot. Even like CP, and I know it used to get real hot. That's why I have a small 2-inch or so wide fan across sitting on top of the Raspberry Pi. Okay, let's just do this.
I assume that he simply just made shortcuts using acronyms that you're familiar with to trigger the CPU to overclock. So I suspect he'll have to be the one to tell you where those shortcuts were stored. Probably just created basically a batch of sorts that was accessed by one of those acronyms. And then the batch file just continued to overclock. So I'm sure that he would be able to tell you where it was hiding on the older OS. If you still had a copy, you could search around and try to find it. Just using search commands, you can find the letters QRP, for example, and probably no other files would bear the same name. For reference, K1OKS.
When Soren came over here a few days ago, his fingers are so quick. I'm old and slow. He went through some things, and I saw the QRP show up. He was listing all the commands. I don't know the commands for that. I'm still too much of a baby infant in Linux. I don't know Linux.
That's not an issue, actually, because there is a fairly complex search command that would be fairly exhaustive, but I don't think you need it. You basically would just need to start at the root and search down into all of the files and try to find QRO as an example. QRO should be unique, even if it's not very unique, it might be the only